In the meantime, there's going to be distractions and fires to hide evidence. Watch for it, ask questions, demand answers.
Now, this isn't just anybody's house that's burned down in the LA fires. This is P. Diddy's house that's burned. Oh, and there was supposed to be an investigation in 2 days' time.
At 4:32 p.m., we received a 911 call that a suspect was attempting to light a fire in the community of Woodland Hills and was being detained by residents. Officers from LAPD's Topanga area responded and took that suspect into custody.
So it looks like the dirt that Diddy has on these celebrities is eating them all the way up, because word on the street is the recent California wildfires were started by some Hollywood elites, and they did this intentionally to bury the evidence that Diddy was hiding in some of them secret tunnels all over California. Apparently, Diddy was aware that his houses was gonna be raided last year just minutes before the raid happened. He didn't have the time to clear out them countless bottles of baby oil, but he definitely had the time to hide incriminating evidence that he's had against these celebrities, and they coming in real hard to find it, even if that means burning down the homes of innocent people. And the crazy thing about this is Allison Carter hinted at these wildfires being orchestrated by Hollywood elites before it even happened, but nobody took her seriously. Now, in case y'all don't know who Allison Carter is, she's one of the who was hired to be at Diddy's freak-off parties and's been exposed in Diddy since 2021. She's been spot on with everything she's had to say about Diddy, and it looks like she was right about these wildfires too, because she called it before it even happened, and it happened exactly how she said it was going to.
There's no protocol for what's about to happen. The world is going to crumble when they see this next arrest. In the meantime, there's going to be deaths, distractions, and fires to hide evidence. Watch for it, ask questions, demand answers. You know who's on those flight logs. You do. You know who should be arrested. You all do. You know that that laptop from hell is real. You know that the black book is real. You know Ghislaine Maxwell's customers are who everybody is watching in the everyday news, including those who you drop your kids off with every day. Your schools, your doctors, big banks, Chase Bank, Bank of America. There is a lot of people that are attached because this goes very deep. I told y'all this is a spider web that is tangled and tangled and tangled and woven intricately. I am telling you right now that once one goes, it's going to pull on a big string. That arrest is coming.
And mind you, all these celebrities' houses who got burned down have all been incriminated or rumored to be a part of Diddy's list. Even Chris Brown, who was seen at one of Diddy's parties, decided to jump on Instagram and hint at this being a deliberate ploy to destroy evidence. He said, "Someone's starting these fires. Ish don't add up." Peter Murgatroyd also reposted this tweet on her IG story about the 5 men being spotted intentionally setting fires to places that weren't even burning. LA/Southern California, there are at least 5 men going around in ski masks starting fires. Keep an eye out. This was also confirmed by the podcaster Andrew Huberman, who posted a photo of some of these alleged 5 men starting these fires in random urban areas that otherwise wouldn't have been touched at all.
We're at 302 Pico, and people are lighting fires now. You can see they lit a fire. These guys, not all the people there, but some of those guys lit that fire, and they're actually, the trees caught fire, and then the palms are catching fire. So civilians are now lighting fires down in the so-called, flats around Santa Monica, Venice. So be safe out there. Fire department's been dispatched. We don't have enough water to put this thing out, but we're supposedly on the way.
He also made this tweet that said, "People are lighting fires in otherwise non-burning urban areas of LA. Saw this happening firsthand at 302 Pico in Santa Monica. Called it in and fire department and police responded. Stay safe and call in any activity ASAP. We don't need more flames out here." Now, when the fire started, no one really thought much of it because this is California we're talking about. Wildfires happen all the time, and a lot of people, including celebrities, tend to lose their homes. But the thing is, though, this particular wildfire was nothing like the rest of them. It 27 people, as well as over $20 billion in damage to properties. Now, y'all would think that a fire that caused this much damage, the police would have figured it out because they would have to just make sure this doesn't happen again, right? But guess what, y'all? The cause of it has still yet to be determined, and people believe that the reason why is because it's all tied to Diddy and his associates, and they trying to cover it up. These rumors got even worse when the former U.S. Assistant Secretary of Housing and Urban Development, Catherine Fitz, got on a podcast and boldly alluded to Diddy's associates having something to do with it.
What I want to see, what I usually look at in situations like this is I look at the patterns of who got wiped out and how. And, you know, one of the first questions, I'll be honest, that I'm going to look at when I look at some of the communities involved is how many of the homeowners were on the P. Diddy list.
Now, when Catherine said this, a lot of people brought up the infamous Diddy list, and they said almost all the celebrities whose houses got destroyed were on that list. Now, in case y'all are out of the loop about this, when it started going around that Diddy's house got raided last year, the police found boxes of evidence, including them boxes of baby oil. Apparently, they also found some tapes of Diddy's freak-offs, and they were rumored to be flying around not too long ago. One of the tapes was being auctioned around Hollywood, and it featured Diddy and a male celebrity who was very young at the time having a freak-off.
I also was just recently contacted by someone who wanted me to essentially represent them in the sale of one of the Diddy tapes. So, which I declined that because...
Wait a minute, say that again. Say that again, back up. You're saying that there's tapes and they're being shopped?
Yes, there have been people already shopping.
We've heard about the tapes, but
yes.
The shopping thing is
yes, there already have been tapes leaking around Hollywood, being shopped around to individuals in Hollywood. But one particular person contacted me to shop a particular video they were in possession of, and to contact the person who was in the video to see if they were interested in purchasing the video before it became a public knowledge.
I've heard this before, so like a catch and
kill, correct.
Wow, can you, and I guess you can't reveal the person who is on
No, I
tape.
can't explain who the person was, but Mr.
High profile?
Mr. Combs was in the tape, and this other person is, I would venture to say, more high profile than Mr. Combs.
Really? Really? And you've seen it?
I've seen stills of the video.
Okay.
So
you can verify
that it exists, that it's real, that the other person in the video is very visible. It's no question if it's that person in the video, and I can tell the video was graphic in nature.
Oh my, all right. So we know that he videotaped a lot of activities at his home, did he? And it sounds like there was probably a lot of hidden cameras as well. Is that what is being talked about?
Yes, this was actually in his Atlanta home, at a home he had in Atlanta at one point. And it does seem that the person isn't like looking into the video, so it's, to me, doesn't seem like that person knows they're being videotaped. It doesn't seem like they're active participant in the videotaping, like they're being surreptitiously recorded it.
As if this wasn't bad enough, a video recently resurfaced of Diddy allegedly name-dropping all the celebrities he had dirt on, and the video is very disturbing to say the least. At the time that this video dropped, people didn't think much of it, but looking back now, and considering everything we know, people couldn't help but wonder if this is the list of celebrities he was allegedly getting down with at them freak-off parties.
Drake,
Oprah, J-Lo, A-Rod, Will Smith, Alicia Keys. That's pretty hit. Black King God, dude. Justin Bieber, Kevin Hart, Mark Wahlberg, Snoop, DJ Khaled, Swiss Beats, Kelly Rowland, Chris Brown, Maluma, Sheree, Sierra, Janelle Monáe. Yeah, that's my sis right there. Lizzo, Megan Thee Stallion, Jay Balvin, Naomi Campbell. That's your auntie. Usher, Demi Lovato, Shaq and his whole family. Tracy Ellis Ross, Little Uzi Vert, Sway Lee. Rick Ross. Julian Huff. Diplo. E-Nice. Drea. Myrna Boy. The show's third singer. Nicole Scherzinger. Nicole from the Pussycat Dolls. Say Nicole. From the Pussycat Dolls. That's right. Paris Goldman. Cara Delevingne. Winnie Harlow. Prince Montana. And a bunch of big surprises that I can't tell you. Because they're so big, sometimes they get busy and they forget that they committed to answering the phone.
And in case y'all hadn't peeped, he was holding a piece of paper with these specific celebrities' names printed on it. Now, I'm not saying these celebrities are guilty, but people are definitely giving him the side eye. Anyway, going back to Catherine Fitz, she went on to claim that she's done some extreme things to cover up these crimes in Hollywood, including the ones that have to do with adults inappropriately messing with kids. She even compared this whole Diddy situation to the Franklin cover-up of 1988, when multiple politicians from Nebraska were caught messing with innocent little people.
We got a new
Well, it's funny. I have a story to tell that I'd like to tell. I've seen dreadful things done in the interest of covering up rings. Whenever you do an operation this big, you stack functions. So there's a lot of stacking functions going on, but it wouldn't surprise me if is one of those functions that's getting stacked here.
I mean, again, I asked the question, where are the 400,000 missing children in this country? That has to be addressed.
Now, y'all remember Allison, right? The girl who called the fires before they even happened? Well, she came back again after the fires to remind us that it was the plan of the Hollywood elites all along. It's unclear how exactly she got this information, but she was definitely spot on, and folks are now starting to take her seriously.
Is it? Because didn't I tell y'all that? Didn't I tell y'all there will be an accidental explosion? Accidental fire? And the next thing you know, celebrities' homes would be on fire. Things would be on fire. I pray for the people in its path, but I also pray that it exposes the things that it needs to expose.
And if y'all noticed, Allison mentioned something about there being explosions. And guess what, y'all? There were definitely some explosions during the fire in places that weren't even burning in the first place. Almost as if someone was intentionally starting a fire in them specific locations for some reason. One of such incidents was when a reporter was giving updates on the fires and a random explosion happened right on camera. So loud that the reporter even added it to his report.
It is still an inferno out here. You can see just how strong the flames. Oh, whoa, and you heard that explosion there. This is the back of a home here, trees up in flames at the moment. The flames spreading to the home here again, the 800 block of Radcliffe Avenue. Of course, we want to keep our distance, but we're hearing some bangs going on. We obviously don't know what's exploding.
Oh, but that's not all, y'all. There was also this video of what looked like an explosion landing in Pasadena, California, which ultimately led to another fire starting in the area. It was even louder than the first one, which caused some real serious damage. And this is where things get even more disturbing. An alleged phone call between Diddy and his son Christian got leaked right in the middle of all of this. And in that phone call, Diddy was talking to Christian in code, telling him to get rid of pizza boxes. And people believe this was really him telling Christian to destroy any last bit of evidence that could be used against him.
But listen, do not entertain none of this nonsense and nothing over the phone. I'm gonna need you to get rid of all the leftover pizza boxes. The what? All the boxes left over from the pizza. all the boxes. Okay. Make sure you recycle the plastic like we talked about. Yeah.
Child, even Christian was initially confused because he eventually understood what Diddy was asking him to do. And people believe it all has something to do with the recent fires. As usual, people had their own thoughts about this. Like this person who said, as soon as the fires were started, I immediately said this was a cover-up to whatever is coming out in the Diddy case from minute one. Another person said, Diddy called saying get rid of pizza boxes, meaning houses, as boxes where they were kept and all the sacrifices were done at these parties. But now I want to know your thoughts. What do y'all think about these wildfires? And do y'all really believe it could have something to do with Diddy? Y'all been knew what to do. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. And don't forget to click here to watch this other very messy video.